Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, little Sherb is just there staring at me as I'm doing my introduction. But today I am going to be going over just a few little design tips that I have learned over the past few months and watched lots of YouTubers do them, and I have tried to kind of recreate some of the things that they have done. So take what I'm going to be telling you with a grain of salt and, do what you think is best. Everyone's island is beautiful. Don't think that what I'm showing you, if you don't do it, you're doing it wrong, or if you do something that you think I should be doing, I'm doing it wrong. There's no right or wrong way with Animal Crossing, and that's the whole beauty of Animal Crossing, is that there's no right or wrong way to play this game. It's just your way. So I just wanted to share my personal tips, and that's it. Hopefully they help you, and if they don't help you, then and you like how you're doing it better, then that's amazing. I'm happy for you, and I don't mean that sarcastically at all. There are plenty of people who design way better than I do. So seriously, I hope it helps, but if it doesn't, no hard feelings. I just want to bring some content and hope that this helps. So I'm starting at the resident services, because this is where I kind of have most of my things that I can show off without showing off parts of my island that I haven't showed yet. So hopefully I can stick with just this area to kind of show you my tips, but if I have to go elsewhere, I might have to cut some stuff out of the video, but we'll see. But as you can see, my resident services is just a big old island. If you saw my tour video of my island, you'll see, but I'll show it on my map here, that I made my resident services into an island. And of course, you don't have to do this. A lot of people have cliffs behind their island or cliffs leading up to their resident services. That's what I meant to say the first time, not island. They have either cliffs leading up to their resident services, or cliffs behind their resident services, or on the sides, or they have it all flat, But I just decided to make mine into an island because I had not planned on incorporating too many water features in this island, and too many cliffs. As you can see on my map, and through my island, I don't really have too many third tier cliffs, mostly just second tier, but that is something I hope to change on my next build, but we'll see. It's just something I'm not very comfortable with. But I have just water surrounding it. I think waterscaping does wonders to an area if you don't really know what to do. Just make waterfalls or lakes and rivers. That's kind of what I did here. I wasn't too sure what to do with our resident services since it is kind of close to my airport and my entrance. It's this far. I mean, more talented people can do a lot more with the entrance than I did, but I thought it felt right since it is a jungle island. I didn't want to do anything too extravagant. In my mind, a jungle island has more flat areas than mountainous areas. It has more trees, and it just builds up than cliffs, if that makes any sense at all. So that's kind of what I went with on my whole island, but resident services in general. And I just put a lot of natural things around here. I didn't want my island too civilized, if that makes sense. The shop areas are kind of civilized, of course, because they're shops, but I didn't want it too civilized. I still wanted lots of trees, lots of flowers, lots of bushes. I have a lot of wooden fencing around since it is more of a natural island. So that's kind of the vibe I went with. Of course, depending on if you're doing a theme or not, you might not go with this design tip at all and not have it natural at all, like a city theme or a kid core. Those are super vibrant and more civilized and industrialized. But if you're wanting a more natural feel, try not to overthink your decorations. You want lots of picnic tables and log benches and the barrels and the wood fencing and flowers and shrubs and all that. So if you're doing more natural, spring core, cottage core, just keep that in mind that your base is going to be nature. So that's kind of what I went with. I just wanted a lot of trees, lots of flowers, and my biggest design tip is putting custom designs on the ground. It really spruces up an area. I'll show you an area over here that I haven't really put many designs down on, and it just looks blank. It's just how I like it. You know, some people might not like a lot of custom designs on the ground, and that's totally fine. But, you know, in my personal opinion, and I still think your island is beautiful if you don't do it. People can make them look so good and not have custom designs on the ground. But just personally, if I don't know what to do with an area, putting custom designs down really spruces it up and really, you know, really helps with that. So that's what I did a lot over here is I didn't want my resident services too packed with actual items. I wanted it more overgrown. So I wanted a lot of trees, a lot of bamboo, and so in those blank areas, there wasn't a lot of blank space to put a bunch of stuff and to still be able to move around. So that's why I put just a bunch of custom designs down. You know, I have the little planks here. I have the stepping stones. If you hear that noise in the background, that is my hamster running on her wheel. So I'm sorry if that's picking it up. But, you know, I put like the hay bed here off to the side and the pot over there off to the side and, you know, a log bench here where they can sit down, but it's all off to the side so I can still walk around and not get stuck 1,000 times, because that is one of my biggest pet peeves is when you just can't move on an island. So that's what I did over here. And then I'll show you another area over here, which I've already shown on my island tour, is paths. So if you also don't know what to do with an area, put a path down. Even if it's an in-game path, a custom path, just anything on the ground here that will just make the area look more full. You know, I don't plan to do anything else to this area. Just have the path down. You know, you don't have to make it overly complicated. You know, this path shows you exactly where you need to go. The path either leads over to the resident houses, or it leads back to the airport, or it leads to resident services, or it leads to my little beach over here. You know, you don't have to have your paths lined with a bunch of items where it makes it hard to move. If you want to, and if you love that, then that's fantastic. I love lots of items, don't get me wrong. When I go to other people's islands and it's cluttered, I love it. But on my own island where I spend all of my time, or most of my time, I can't stand not being able to move around. So try not to overcomplicate things is, I guess, my second tip. And the third tip is put paths on the ground. Is, you know, if you don't want a lot of clutter, it adds depth without adding things you need to walk around, if that makes any sense. So a lot of my items I put over to the side where, I mean, I'm not walking over here all the time, you know. I'm only walking up here, going into Abel's, and then walking over here and going into Nook's. And as you can see, all of my items are off to the side where they can't, you know, slow me down or anything. So that is my third tip. So if we're keeping track here, first tip is custom designs on the ground. Second tip is don't overcomplicate things. Third tip is pathing. So my fourth design tip is going to be trees and just nature. I kind of touched on this in the first tip. It wasn't really a tip, but when I was first speaking, just if your island, if you're going for a natural island, have lots of trees, have lots of bamboo, have lots of flowers, have lots of shrubs. It's amazing how if you just have a shrub, a mum, and a bench, or a little seating area like a picnic area or something. How simple it is, but how gorgeous it is. I see so many creators on Instagram that just have these sweet little picnic areas with just a picnic table, a picnic blanket, a, a, a pie, and a cushion like this, but theirs is so much better than mine. But just how cute that is. It's so simple. I have a stool, I have sugar, I have pie, I have a picnic blanket and a cushion, and just lots of scenery, lots of greenery, lots of shrubs, lots of trees, and that's it, and it looks so full over here, but it doesn't look overly complicated or crazy elaborate. So just make everything natural if that's the type of vibe you're going for. Now, if you're going for a city theme or a kid core or something like that, I can't really help because I haven't done an island like that. A kid core is on my list to do eventually because they look like so much fun. The colors are so vivid and bright, and just you can just do so much with kid core. You can literally throw anything around and it's going to look good, and I envy people who make all of these colors mesh well, and it's just, they're so good. But if for that instance, I can't really help, but I was about to show you my house and I'm not done with that yet. But yeah, if you're going for a natural island, spring core, cottage core, jungle, anything like that, just use the scenery that the island gave you and build from that. As you can see, I added my own little trees here and all that, but just, don't overthink it is kind of what I'm going at. So those are really my main tips. I don't want to make this video crazy long because, again, everybody has their own way of designing areas and designing their island. And I think if you love your island, then that's really all that matters. If you don't like a bunch of custom designs on the ground, but I do, it doesn't matter. You love your own island. Don't compare your island to anyone else's, because your own island is beautiful. It's just a reflection of you and your personality, and that's amazing. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I have. I might make a second part once I learn more and do more types of themes and stuff like that. But hopefully this helps some, and hopefully seeing the few areas that you did on my island will help inspire just a little bit, even if it's not a lot. And yeah, so I will be back. I'm hoping to have a more normal schedule, since I've kind of gotten an idea of what I want to do. I'm hoping to start uploading every Saturday and Wednesday. So this video, I recorded it on Friday, so it will be out tomorrow on Saturday the 27th. And then my next video will be out Wednesday. I think that's the 31st or the 1st. So hopefully I can stick with that schedule and have more content coming to you guys once I'm done with this theme. So just keep a lookout for my announcements on my Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, I am hosting a Sanrio giveaway. I was able to snag up those cards today. I feel so lucky that I actually was even able to get them. I think I just got lucky because not as many people play in my area. So I feel like the only reason I got as lucky as I did. So I am doing a giveaway for 2 people to win a furniture set of their choice from whichever collection that they want. Whether it be the Pom-Pom-Purian or Cinnamoroll or Hello Kitty or whatever. A full furniture set, so not the clothes or anything like that, just the furniture. And all the details and stuff are on my Instagram on how to enter. So if you want to enter that, then please go over to my Instagram. It is linked below in the description. It's just at Brit.Crossing. And Then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And that's pretty much all I've got. Dobie and Filbert and Sherb are taking my spotlight, so I will let them do their thing. Apparently it's dirty at my feet. Sorry, Dobie. But that is pretty much it for the day. If you have any other ideas of videos that you would want to see from me, please comment down below and let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.